Never waste a good crisis. And when it comes to the economic crisis, don't waste it when it can have a very positive impact.
You never want a serious crisis to go to waste.
The way we're going to win over the long term is not just militarily. We've got to win over hearts and minds. And what that means is we've got to invest in countries that have no educational infrastructure, have no means for young people to get ahead. We've got to give them a stake in creating the kind of world order that I think all of us would like to see.
Stay tuned for politics and religion.
Well, the war is expanding. This news out of Pakistan today. U.S. missiles kill 4 insurgents in the northwest part of Pakistan. Suspected U.S. missiles killed at least 4 alleged Taliban insurgents Monday in northwest Pakistan, officials said. 3 missiles struck a house in the Kasur area of the North Waziristan tribal region near the border with Afghanistan, said 2 intelligence officials on condition of anonymity because they were not authorized to speak to journalists. America has fired more than 30 missiles this year at militant targets close to the Afghan border, killing scores of alleged insurgents. U.S. officials do not publicly acknowledge being behind the attacks. The missiles are fired from unmanned drones launched either from Afghanistan or, according to some media reports, listen to this, from secret bases in Pakistan. Pakistani officials protest the strikes, but the country's military is thought to provide intelligence for some of them. Now, on another front, the U.S. prepares to push for global capital rules. The U.S. is preparing to pivot from domestic regulatory reform to a push for tough new international capital regime after the weekend's G20 and International Monetary Fund meetings glossed over differences between leading economies. Do you understand what we're saying? We're moving from regulating financial institutions on the domestic national level, and we're now moving that authority to the one world governmental system of international finance. Tim Geithner, U.S. Treasury Secretary, met Mario Draghi, chairman of the Financial Stability Board, on Sunday to discuss the contours of a system that would decide the safety and profitability of banks for decades to come and could eclipse the arguments over bank taxes and regulations. Now, I'm sure that you're familiar with the Financial Stability Board, right? Well, I wasn't familiar with it either, but I looked it up and I found out that the Financial Stability Board has been established to coordinate at the international level, at the world government level. That's what it is. The work of national financial authorities. In other words, they're going to coordinate what we do on a national basis. So this is international government over national government, and this is all being set up since the financial crisis, and all with the acquiescence of the top authorities in the U.S. administration. So we are moving very rapidly into international government right now. We all know that you take a world into international financial control before you get international political control. Financial unification always precedes political unification, and that's exactly what is going on right now. They're actually deciding on the international level which banks will live, which ones will die, right here in the United States of America. Ladies and gentlemen, are you hearing me? We are moving into world government right now. And all of it has been done under the guise of this financial crisis, which I am persuaded was all precipitated intentionally. Now, if you think that's radical, think what you will. But who got hurt in this crisis and who survived famously? You got hurt. I got hurt. The man in the street, the small businessman got hurt. The small bankers got hurt. The big banks are recording record profits right now. You check the reports. All their people are getting their big bonuses. They came out fine because they're the ones that thought the scheme up. They're the ones that executed the whole thing, because their plan is one world government, one world economy, and one world belief system, because it's their plan for the coming New World Order. And soon I won't be able to say the coming New World Order any longer, because, in fact, the New World Order has arrived. Now, this report continues to say that this Financial Stability Board brings together national authorities responsible for financial stability in significant international financial centers, international financial institutions, sector-specific international groupings, and this FSB, Financial Stability Board, is chaired by Mario Draghi, governor of the Bank of Italy. How nice. It appears that Benjamin Netanyahu has compromised on the issue of Jerusalem. Word is coming out of Jerusalem today that Netanyahu has quietly ordered a freeze on all construction in East Jerusalem. What will ultimately happen to the city of Jerusalem? We'll find out what the Bible says today on politics and religion.
Look, there are two things I don't discuss: politics and religion.
In my house, we don't talk about politics and we don't talk about religion.
I'll talk to you about anything except politics and religion.
I never talk about politics and religion.
Politics determines how we'll live here on earth. Religion determines how we'll live forever. I'm Irvin Baxter. I think it's time we talk about it.
Well, all of you know that the thrust of politics and religion is to take the prophecies of the Bible to find out what they say, where are we headed, what's going to happen, and then to explain what in fact is happening right now. We're talking today about the city of Jerusalem. Now, the thing that's triggered this is this late-breaking story in Jerusalem. And the story is telling us that in East Jerusalem,